In fact, the truth cannot be communicated until it is perceived. Your preciousness lies in your essence. It cannot be lost by anything that happens. So long as you fight the darkness, you stand in the light. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of others. Nothing truly valuable arises from ambition or from a mere sense of duty. It stems rather from love and devotion towards men and towards objective things. A lion chased me up a tree, and I greatly enjoyed the view from the top. Stop blaming outside circumstances for your inside chaos. Earth's crammed with heaven, but only he who sees takes off his shoes. People who belittle people will be little people and will accomplish very little. It isn't where you came from, it's where you're going that counts. If you have the courage to begin, you have the courage to succeed. Fear is nothing more than a negative assessment of risk. People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day. When people try to bury you, remind yourself you are a seed. Search of truth is actually a search of strength to handle the truth. It's failure that gives you the proper perspective on success. We live only now. Everything else is either past or is unknown. Time is heavy sometimes. Imagine how heavy eternity must be. I drink a cup of sunlight every morning to brighten myself. But every difference of opinion is not a difference of principle. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Communism is the final logic of the dehumanization of man. The flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. For a word to be spoken, there must be silence before and after. If a general shows confidence in his men, but always insists on his orders being obeyed, the gain will be mutual. Sing your life. Any fool can think of words that rhyme. Flow with whatever may happen, and let your mind be free. Education is not the learning of facts, it's rather the training of the mind to think. Because you can only die once, but you can suffer forever. Everything takes time. Bees have to move very fast to stay still. We swallowed the chaos because we knew we didn't want to be ordinary. Your worth consists in what you are and not in what you have. The key to life is accepting challenges. Once someone stops doing this, he's dead. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. Unless you enter the tiger's lair, you cannot get hold of the tiger's cubs. Old ways won't open new doors. Belief can be manipulated. Only knowledge is dangerous. Every act of goodness is born from our desire to be happy. There is no place where espionage is not possible. Anyone who does anything creative is always going to want to change. Where the army is, prices are high. When prices rise, the wealth of the people is exhausted. We have to speak the truth always, at any cost, and no matter what. But the truth doesn't need to be known or believed to be true. It's enough for me to be sure that you and I exist at this moment. The space under the sky is occupied by all things in their unity. The nourishment of body is food, while the nourishment of the soul is feeding others. Take care of your body. then the rest will automatically become stronger. Be grateful for what you already have while you pursue what you want. The terrible thing about the quest for truth is that you find it. It is not worth the while to let our imperfections disturb us always. I'm glad I see with my eyes and not the pages I've read. Nothing isn't better or worse than anything. Nothing is just nothing. The good fighter is able to secure himself against defeat, but cannot make certain of defeating the enemy. Until death itself comes, no calamity need be feared. It shattered something inside me that hadn't been broken before. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Nothing is permanent in this wicked world, not even our troubles. Management of many is the same as management of few. It is a matter of organization. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. To bear and not to own, to act and not lay claim, to do the work and let it go, for just letting it go is what makes it stay. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. It is only possible to live happily ever after on a daily basis. Stay quiet about your goals. Soon your results will do all the talking. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that matters. Distance sometimes lets you know who is worth keeping and who is worth letting go. Cherish those who seek the truth, but beware of those who find it. Gratitude is best refined through the fires of adversity. Where humanity sowed faith, hope, and unity, joy's garden blossomed. Life doesn't require ideals, it requires standards of action. He who knows he is a fool is not the biggest fool. He who knows he is confused is not in the worst confusion. Face your life, its pain, its pleasure. Leave no path untaken. We need to renew ourselves often. Even temples need renovation. She will always wear her crown, regardless of the hate. All shall be done, but it may be harder than you think. Don't be afraid of failure. This is the way to succeed. The butterfly counts not months, but moments, and has time enough. No persons are more frequently wrong than those who will not admit they are wrong. Our attitude toward life determines life's attitude towards us. Desire is half of life. Indifference is half of death. If you correct your mind, the rest of your life will fall into place. Failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor. Life is a comedy to those who think, a tragedy to those who feel. Verily, God does not reward man for what he does, but for what he is. Deal with your past so that it won't affect your future. Breathing control gives man strength, vitality, inspiration, and magic powers. Money is better than poverty, if only for financial reasons. Better the comfort of a lie than the absurdity of the truth. Crying can bring relief, as long as you don't cry alone. They laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at them because they're all the same. In the end, the world always wins. That's just the way of things. I could die for you, but I couldn't and wouldn't live for you. Energy may be likened to the bending of a crossbow, decision to the releasing of a trigger. Recognizing power in another does not diminish your own. More powerful than the will to win is the courage to begin. Better a broken promise than none at all. Respect yourself, and others will respect you. Truth is a straight line you sometimes need to curve. You should know that by now. An over-examination of life can deter you from life itself.